I haven't done a video in a while, but I wanted to because I'm really excited about the Kentucky Shakespeare with Veterans program that I co-founded with Matt Wallace in our upcoming season. We're going to play out an abbreviated version of Macbeth on stage in Central Park on July 13th, and we're real excited. We're in the throes of rehearsals. I get to be Macduff, and I get to kill Macbeth, turn hellhound, turn. I got a lot of cool lines and everything. But we're also really excited about a new program that we've started, being led by Amy Attaway, our mentor and spiritual leader and chiefess of our tribe at Shakespeare with Veterans. We're going to do a program on April 10th at 1619 Flux, which is what we think is a very important and innovative approach to combining Shakespeare, the works of Shakespeare, our military experience, and connecting with the community to talk about challenges that we're having in our city and cities in general throughout our nation. So what we'll do is we'll come in and we'll perform scenes and monologues from various plays that we've done, and then have a discussion with the audience about, okay, how's this scene being played out here in Louisville? Again, with domestic violence, gang violence, and so on. And it's informed obviously by our military experience, because again, it's my belief that Shakespeare, no one in the English language speaks more directly to the warrior's heart than William Shakespeare. So we're going to combine, our military experience, Shakespeare, and what's going on in our city, and try to help identify symptoms and ideally problems, and maybe even talk about solutions. So I'm really fortunate. I get to do one of the most important works that we've performed with Shakespeare with Veterans since we started the program, and it's from Shakespeare's Julius Caesar, and the scene when Julius Caesar is assassinated by Brutus and Cassius, and then Mark Antony, who's his Caesar's friend and devoted, loyal commander, and who mourns over Caesar's body. Well, this was particularly connected with me because I had a similar experience in 2007, March 22nd, ironically, a week after the Ides of March, when Julius Caesar was killed. One of my soldiers had been killed by an IED, and he was brought back to our base in Iraq, and all the leadership gathered around him, and we said goodbye to him. And it was a very emotional event, as you might understand. And this is from the soliloquy. This is how it plays out, through Shakespeare in 244 BC to what I experienced in Iraq, these words. And this is the soliloquy. "O pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth, that I am meek and gentle with these butchers. Thou art the ruins of the noblest man that ever lived in the tide at times. Woe to the hand that shed this costly blood. Over thy wounds now do I prophesy, which like dumb mouths do ope the ruby lips to beg the voice and utterance of my tongue. A curse shall light upon the limbs of men. Domestic fury and fierce civil strife shall cumber all parts of Italy. Blood and destruction will be so in use, and dreadful objects so familiar that mothers will but smile when they behold their infants quartered by the hands of war. All pity choked with the custom of fell deeds. And Caesar's spirit, ranging for revenge with Ate by his side, come hot from hell, shall in these confines, with a monarch's voice, cry, havoc. Let slip the dogs of war, that this foul deed shall smell above the earth with carrion men groaning for burial." Well, that's pretty much how it played out for us. After we mourned our fallen comrade, I actually gathered the men from our unit, and we went out to the place where Freeman was killed, and we went looking for the enemy to try to get in a fight. That was a terribly irresponsible thing for me to do, and I'm ashamed of that. But that's what happens sometimes. A lot of dumb shit happens in war. And how does that play out here in Louisville or in any city? With gang violence or violence in general, a lot of gang violence is because of retribution, and that when a gang member sees another gang member killed or dishonored or anything like that, that could cause a an upscale in violent tendencies and lash out with murder and all these other things. So we got some more uplifting examples of what we're going to talk about. We're going to do some fun stuff. So please come out and to 1619 Flux on April 10th and join us for this great opportunity to have a conversation and talk a little about the arts and how we can make our city better. Great. It's good seeing y'all. Bye.